What's going on, everybody? It is the Stamps coming to you again with another video with relationship talk with the Stamps. So we got another exciting video for you all today. What's our topic for today, Joelle?
Why aren't there more black marriages?
She's trying to come with the heat today. You know what I'm saying? Oh boy. Well, I mean, let's put a disclaimer out there. You know what I'm saying? These are just, questions, our thoughts and opinions on different things. And, it's just for fun.
Yep, these are just true things that's within our community and we just talking about it. So don't be offended.
Yeah, for
okay?
sure.
Okay, so we're going to go into a couple areas of interest, okay, on this topic. Let's get right on into it.
All right. So, are our expectations too high?
In my opinion, I think they do be too high.
Okay. Why you think that?
Because a lot of women, we do like to look at, money and possessions and good looks and all of that when we're choosing a person. And nothing's wrong with that, but to a certain extent. Some people be wanting the best looking man, the man with the most money and all the possessions. But they don't look like what that man look like.
It's the truth. It is the truth. Yeah, I mean, I completely agree. I think that, as people, as black people, as a man's perspective, and maybe even as a woman, we want stuff that's already well put together. And so we just come into the situation and we just automatically flourish it, and we relationship goals and all this other stuff. And it's like, people have to build that up. That stuff takes time. Like Joelle and I wish what we're constantly doing and working towards is building that up and helping it to grow and be something bigger. And we didn't come into it with the most money and the most, greatest jobs in the world at first. It's just everything takes time.
Yeah, you grow with a person. You grow your finances. You grow your possessions together.
Yeah.
So I say don't, push away people just because they don't have, all the things you want, all the money, all the looks, and all the possessions that you're yearning for.
Yeah.
They could very much be a great person with a great heart that could love you and treat you right.
And that's going to be the most important thing. I think we see it all the time with celebrities and stuff. They be married and then they end up getting divorced after all this time because they're not happy. Because what are you married to, the money or the person? You know what I mean? So I'd rather be more connected to the heart and be building and doing stuff like that together than to just have money and possessions and all these things that can fade away.
Yes. Do black people not like to be committed?
I mean, I'll say some, not all, but definitely commitment is definitely a big deal, and some people don't like it. I remember being in college, even to some degree today, just friends and people that I know, just like, man, I'd rather play the game, be out here doing my thing with the ladies than to be committed and to be in a full-blown relationship and to take it to that next level. I just think people are afraid and scared of those relationships and commitments, and it's just easier to go from one thing to the next than to be like, I'm gonna stay with this one thing. So I mean, what you think about it?
Yeah, some people believe that they just can't be committed to one person. It's not in them. And then some people believe that they just don't want to be committed to one person. And then some people are actually scared to be committed.
Yeah. Most definitely.
So it's crazy. It's some people, they just, I don't know, different topics, scenarios.
Yeah, it's definitely true. I mean, it's not a one size fit all. Every black person isn't like that at all. There are some really great people out there, but I mean, there are some people who are very much afraid of it, and because they haven't seen it, they don't want to be a part of it.
Or they seen their parents, break up and they don't want that for themselves.
Yeah, that's definitely true. So just be walking around scared and everything all the time. That ain't the way to live.
Yeah, I say don't be scared of commitment. It is going to be some trials and tribulations, but I believe that the good will outweigh the bad if you guys both have a sincere heart and truly love one another. I say don't be afraid.
Yeah, I agree.
And as for people saying that it's not in them, they weren't built, or they feel that human beings are meant to have more than one spouse, I don't believe in that at all.
No, you should just be with one person. You trying to play the game out here and have it your way all the time. Like that's not at all how it's supposed to be and how it's written in the word.
No.
You know what I mean? So there's one person, be faithful and good to them, and that's really all you need.
Yeah, it's Adam and Eve, not Adam, Stacy, Jamar, Ludacris, all them people. No, it was just Adam and Eve, y'all.
Yeah, that's true.
Do black men prefer non-black women?
Okay, she coming with it. I mean, it's a great question. Again, it's not all black men, but they're definitely a group, of black men who just don't like black women. They like other races. But I definitely think it has to do with, like, some people, it has to do with their environment, where they grew up at. Like, if you grew up in a environment that's predominantly black, maybe you were more inclined to like black women. And if you grew up in an environment where you grew up with other races and different things like that, maybe you're more inclined to date those races. It's completely fine if that's what you like. There's not a problem. That's not what we're saying. But at the end of the day, I just think environment plays a factor, and there are a group of people out there who just don't really care for black women. What you think?
Ouch.
I mean, what you think though?
Well, I've heard this before, that some feel like non-black women are more submissive. Some do find non-black women to be more attractive. Some people, it is their environment. They've been around, other people, so they are more inclined to dating and marrying those sort of people. And then it's some black people or black men have unreconciled differences when it comes to the black community and their families. Some people don't like their black mama and the way how they black mama treated them, so they run away. They feel like, what looks like me is not for me. I got to go. I'm going with the non-black individuals.
So as a black woman, did you ever find that black men just didn't like you or anything because you were a black woman?
I would say no. I grew up in Detroit, which is like the black Mecca, so no, I can't say that no one ever disliked me because of me being black. So
I feel. So do you think there was a lack of good black marriage examples within our communities?
In my community, yes. Because in my community, it wasn't a lot of people who got married. And that was just facts. In my school, everybody just had their mom. Nobody was married or really had their dads. And I thought that was a normal thing for a long time. But it wasn't. And it even made me to believe that I don't need to be married. And I don't have to be married. And it's true, I don't have to be married, but it kind of made me not want to be married because I didn't see it a lot.
That's interesting, because I know for me growing up in my communities and even within my family, it was like the complete opposite, where everybody that I knew, even friends I had, their parents, they were all just married. So that's like the imagery that we always had, that eventually one day we'll end up getting married and finding that person. So this is what I've always believed, what I've always known, just because it's something that I've always been around and seen. But I do know that there's not always that great representation for everybody all in America and the world. If they don't have someone to look up to in their communities, we often look at celebrities, and there's not always a lot of great black celebrities who are married to black women and have that type of thing going on either. So it's tough.
It is. Yeah. And on the other side, some people, they seen black marriages, but it was bad examples of it, and it discouraged them from wanting to be married.
Right.
So I guess it's kind of different across the board.
Yeah, definitely. Everyone has different experiences as to why they want to be or don't want to be married. Do you think there's a lack of black marriages because of the independent woman mindset?
I think that's a big one.
Okay.
Some women, they want to be independent. They feel like they don't need a man for anything. Some chase a career and don't want a family. And, some people feel like they can do things all by themselves. They want to be in full control. So I know with me, for the longest time, I wanted to be in full control of everything. And I didn't want to share control with a man or anybody. Like, I want to be in control of the household and of my family. That was my thing.
That's definitely interesting to me. I mean, personally, I find that an independent woman is sexy. To me personally, I told her that the other day. I really enjoy the fact that she is independent, but yet not so independent to the point that she was talking about before, where she feels like I got to be in control of everything and I got to do everything. She just completely allows me to lead and do my thing, but yet I can still, trust her to do what she need to do, and she gonna still do her thing. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely think it's a real thing, though. Some people definitely choose their career and all this other stuff, and I don't need a man. I'm good about myself. Blah, blah, blah. We see it. I just be like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, those are points of interest that could keep a person stop them from being married, especially within the black community with black marriages.
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah. Does media discourage marriage?
I definitely think it can. Like I said earlier, I just think there's a lack of representation sometimes of black marriages. Even the movies and things we watch from time to time, they're always painting that picture of them situationships. Mama got a boyfriend, so they living together and all this other stuff, but they never get married, baby boy type situations. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I don't know that the media presents the best, stuff for us as, African Americans on marriage and things like that. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. And it seemed like the media, they paint marriage as being, old school, being like not fun, and just ending in divorce.
Yeah.
It's not painted as something desired.
It's they like we like to celebrate it, but definitely in the Hollywood and all that stuff, it's just they get married and they get divorced real quick. So I'm sure many people think like, well, if they can't make it, how can I make it? So it's just all types of wrong.
Yeah, but marriage is fun, and it's not old school. Okay, it is fun. It is a journey, a beautiful journey. I love it. What you got to say?
Yeah, I agree completely. I love it. I remember I had people asking me all the time, like, what's it feel like to be married, or why should I get married, and all this other stuff. Like, it's great. It's fun. You get to build. You get to be with this person all the time. It's fun. And I don't think it's old fashioned or something that's for our parents or older people or anything like that. I just think it's something for everybody if that's what you desire.
And it feels great to have somebody by your side.
That's true.
Even from the simplest things, like going to the mechanic as a woman, like to just not to feel alone. It feels real good, and for me to be able to come home to you and you come home to me, and somebody to lay next to in bed and eat dinner with and go places with. It feels good to have that companion. And why would you want to keep doing that over and over with somebody new? That's tiring, and that is old.
It is. it just gets annoying because you got to keep getting to know them and get comfortable with them and all that stuff. Like, just find you that one person, commit to them, and just be done with it. You know, it don't got to be that deep.
For real. All right, y'all. That was the video. Wow, that was a lot of points of interest that are real in our community. I want to see more black marriages. What you say?
I definitely agree too. It's definitely it's time. It's time for us just to show it. If you married and you black and everything, we want to hear about it. Tell us about it in the comments. How long you've been married and everything. I personally just think it's a beautiful thing to be able to see. And I think we just need more examples for just the generation below us so that they can see it and eventually do that themselves too.
And disclaimer, we're not against, interracial marriages or dating or any of that. We just have a main focus. This topic is the main focus is on black marriages. Okay, so I want to put a disclaimer out there and not hurt nobody's feelings.
Oh, definitely. We're for marriage, just period. Doesn't matter if you're black, white, whatever. We enjoy just seeing people get married, period, because we're all examples for people and of how things should be and how God intended it for it to be. So that's what it is.
Okay, this was a good video. That was hard. That was a little hot. That was a hot seat.
It was.
But it was well needed, right?
Yeah, most definitely.
Okay. All right, y'all. Check out the playlist, stamps, relationship talk. Check out the playlist and just let it rip. So much fruit and so much wealth on there. Just go look at it. And we out.
See y'all.